We all know the stories of The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and most of us can probably relate to at least one character in each. Well, in today's video, we're going to figure out which protagonist you are most like and how this may be impacting your level of success. Prepare to get metaphorical. Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to go a little outside the box of conventionality and into the ambiguous realm of metaphors. Well, okay, we're going to be taking a pretty big step outside that box, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and tell your friends and family to do the same. Also, before you leave, make sure you give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down and let us know in the comments what you thought of the lesson. Alright, enough hesitation. Let's find out if you're more of a Frodo or Harry. Now, fundamentally, The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are very similar. In each, the protagonist is given an important task to complete early on in the story. They face a series of strenuous challenges which require the help of other characters, and ultimately, they defeat the villain and in doing so, save the world. Well, despite the similarities, in this video, I want to talk about how each journey begins. First off, in The Lord of the Rings, the journey begins when Gandalf tells Frodo that he must leave the Shire in order to protect the ring that he has more or less inherited from Bilbo. Gandalf explains the urgency of the situation, and he tells Frodo that he must abandon his name because the enemy is looking for someone named Baggins. Although slightly hesitant to embark on a journey that he is still ignorant of, it takes Frodo mere moments to gather some supplies and leave. In other words, what happens here is that Frodo realizes he's special. He knows that he's the only one that can keep the ring safe. So, despite still being a little unsure about his journey, Frodo takes responsibility and leaves the Shire with the ring. While Frodo's journey begins by a conscious choice, Harry's journey in Harry Potter doesn't begin until Hagrid shows up on his 11th birthday to give him his acceptance letter to Hogwarts. Although Harry knows there's something different about himself, prior to Hagrid's appearance, he does not know that he's special. Even when Hagrid tells him that he's a wizard, Harry is still reluctant to believe him. He says he can't be. Ultimately, he does decide to go with Hagrid, but the fact of the matter is that if not for the latter, the journey may never have even begun. So in other words, it seems that Harry needs a little help to realize that he's special. He needs someone to more or less tell him what his potential is. At this point, you're probably wondering what the lives of two fictitious characters have to do with your own life. Well, based on my experience and observation, there seems to be two types of people in life. There's those who begin their own ventures, whether that's getting a college degree, or starting their own business, or whatever else, because they're confident in their own abilities. They know their own worth, and they go out and show it to the rest of the world. And then there's people who are hesitant to begin their own journeys because they seem to be unsure of their capabilities, and a lot of times they seem to lack confidence. It's just the latter group of people that seem to be waiting for someone to tell them what their potential is. I would know because I used to be someone like that. I was waiting for my Hagrid to come, but unfortunately he never did. Now, I believe that every single person alive has something that makes them special. It could be a skill, it could be a talent, a proficiency in several languages, a knack for making sales, and above-average intelligence. It really could be a number of things, but regardless of what that ability is, I believe that everyone has at least something special about them. The thing in life is that you need to realize your own worth. You need to start your own journey. Even if you're a little unsure, like Frodo was when he left the Shire, because the unfortunate truth is most of us are not going to have a Hagrid come into our lives to help us start it. So really take some time to think about what makes you special, what makes you unique. If it helps, make a list of anything you feel you're good at, anything that you're passionate about. Perhaps your special ability is something that you've overlooked for years. But I promise, once you find out what it is, your journey will be limitless. The amount of success you will be able to attain will be limitless. Now, I'm not saying one story's beginning is superior to the other. After all, both Frodo and Harry complete their journeys. But what I'm saying is that we can learn something from the initial actions of each protagonist. You see, Frodo starts his journey on his own accord. He knows that the task of bearing the ring is his and his alone, while Harry's journey doesn't even begin until Hagrid tells him he's a wizard. So then it seems that Frodo knows he's special, while Harry needs someone to tell him he is. That's the primary difference. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and that you learned something from it. Let us know in the comments what you thought, and tell us if you would like to see more videos like this. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel and tell your friends and family to do so as well. Okay, before I leave, let me ask you something. After seeing this video, would you say you're more of a Frodo Baggins or a Harry Potter?